hope everybody is strapped in, ready for a
Nexxlegacy.
fantastic 2 hours of nothing but music, talk, more music, and then some. And we have a guest on deck tonight. And you know what I'm saying, I had the opportunity to interview the big homie probably about a couple of months back. And you know, we was grinding out some of the music from the mixtape and stuff like that. And you know, this guy's a music hero, not just to me, but to all you people out there, apparently, because of all the emails and tweets and all that good stuff out there. We wanna get that outlaw salute to the big homie BoneCrusher in the building on this edition of Radio BC. What's rocking, baby?
Tell me something good in my eardrums. How you feeling this outstanding night? Morning, if you will.
Beautiful, baby, beautiful. What's up with the Unk guy, man? How's everything going with you?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm just, hanging loose in the cast bar, enjoying life as we know it there, Mr. Outlaw. And trying to prepare ourselves for the future, for what's coming up next, which shall be total destruction amongst the mortals.
I can dig it. Well, I know a lot of people then probably already had a dose of the new single, which we're gonna spin, a little bit later on and stuff like that. So, I mean, and you are one artist that really don't need a lot of introduction. I mean, just for the simple fact that when it comes to building a music legacy, you done already did that. I mean, you did that. Everything you do now, you just adding on to your legacy. You know what I mean? So, I mean, with the music game being the way it is, and just kind of like everything in general, like, I mean, what motivates you to get up and decide, like, you know what, I'm gonna go lay down this ill joint for the people out there?
For me, man, it's the love of music what keeps me moving, man. I don't like if anybody know me, first thing about Crush is I don't do it for the life. I do it for the love of music, and that's the first thing that I like people to know, that I don't do it to chase money. I do it to chase the love of the next hot record. You know what I mean? And that's something that I've been doing since the beginning. My first taste of the drug, which was the music, is more. I'm chasing that high. I'm not chasing trying to buy a brand new Louboutin shoe and all that other stuff they be buying around here. All the stuff they be buying.
No doubt.
I do it for the high of the music. You know what I mean? If I can get that off, that's all I do it for. Every day, every time I get up, I'm thinking about making a new record. Whether it comes out or not, I do it for the love of music.
So with that being said, because I mean, just by what you said right now, just for the love of music, man, let's keep it real. I ain't heard that since the last time you was on here. You know what I mean? And then I ain't heard that for a long time. Like, a lot of people, they have ulterior motives when it comes to maximizing their talent. It's got to come with a price tag. If not, I'm not gonna do it. It's kind of like, I'm going to go take my ball and go home at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I mean, with the love that you say you have for the music, why is it that there's hardly not a lot of people out there that share in your whole sentiment when it comes to this whole love of music thing? What happened?
I mean, a lot of times I think that people are in the music business for other reasons. You know what I mean? I think they're in it for, like I said earlier, they chasing the life instead of chasing what is, or whether for it being for what it's really supposed to be about, which is making music. The reason why they don't understand they can't get to a status of a Snoop Dogg or a Jay-Z or even a 50 Cent. I mean, you say what you want to say about all those cats, but those cats,
right,
when they first came out, they were chasing the music. They weren't chasing the money. The money comes with it. We all know we got to have money to eat and live. That's just part of it. But
right,
my grandfather always taught me something. If you're going to do something that you'll do for free. And I'll do this for free every day. That's why I'm as good as I am. And can't nobody touch me on stage. Can't nobody touch me on record. And because I've got to a position where I do it for the love of music. I don't do it for trying to get a check. But the check comes because I do it for the love of it. You know what I mean? My friend of mine just told me, it's all about the quality of life. And I live that quality of life every day, man. I get up every day when I want to. I go to sleep when I want to. I eat what I want to. I go to movies when I want to. I go buy clothes when I want to. And then that's what it's all about. It's not about being able to buy the biggest mansion. It's about being able to have the quality of life. And that's the thing that these rappers are chasing. they're trying to be what they see on TV, but it's not about that. It's about the music. At the end of the day, if your product ain't good, you ain't good, and you're out of here, sir.
Right. And you see a lot of, the artists, and of course, we're not going to use it to to bash people. We just trying to keep it 110% real with this hip hop culture, because I feel when it comes to culture, it's like, you go way back, beforehand, 70s, 80s, 90s, whatever you want to call it, and even before then, like some of the stuff that started was like, pure, like from the streets to the gut. Like, you had no choice but to hear it, recognize it, and follow suit, because you was either living that life, be it, poverty and then some. It wasn't even black, white, or whatever. It was just the life that we all kind of came up out of. So, you went from that to, and every time I turn the mainstream radio channel, Bone, I'm like, man, I'm listening, and all I'm hearing is just like, popping bottles, and I'm hearing,
right.
You know what I'm saying, what kind of shoes you rocking, or what kind of gear you got on, and
Right.
it kind of lost its way at the end of the day. So I'm trying to, I'm trying to go back to the roots as far as, where did it start, and why is it the way it is right now? To me, I feel, and let me ask you this, people like yourself, I think, paved the way for a lot of people in general that, was inspired by what you do. And I felt like, somewhere in the 90s, towards the end of the 90s going into the millennium, like we kind of lost that baton pass, and it kind of went and it kind of disappeared. I mean, do you feel like, somebody like yourself, owe it to like some new people or new person in the game to kind of like, here, let me give you this game, bro, so you can be able to, kind of shine and do what you got to do the way we did it?
Right. I mean, I think that, like, I do that, man. A lot of these are young cats right here come to my studio, and I be in the studio with them, and then they ask me about what it takes to last in this game. I think to myself, I don't even think like that, because
right.
For me, man, it's more like it's a feeling, and I tell them that every time. I say, man, this music is all about a feeling. I think that's what you young cats don't have. You guys are broke. I'm talking about popping bottles. You don't live like that, so it don't come across as being genuine. You know what I mean? And when it don't come across as being genuine, then it doesn't. The people don't really feel it, and it goes off as, oh, there goes another record. You know what I mean? And I think that a lot of these young rappers, it takes the youth, man. The young rappers aren't doing the things that they need to be doing. They don't talk about the stuff they're going through. Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with talking about going to the club and having fun. You got to do that. That's
right.
just part of the business. But you also got to talk about the fact that you can't pay your bills at your house. You also got to talk about the fact that your grandmama's sick. You also got to talk about the fact that you're enjoying life outside, just looking at the trees grow. You got to talk about all those things encompasses you as an individual. And people buy you before they buy your music, and that's the thing that they don't understand. There are no more A&Rs. They aren't being groomed to become artists, so they're just doing whatever. They're doing songs that don't make no sense. They say stuff that don't make no sense, and I'm like, man, what does that mean, man? Like, I'm from Atlanta. I don't understand what you said. What are you saying?
Yeah.
I mean, like, what is that? I mean, the thing about it is that back in the day, man, when Goody and them came out and Outkast, they was talking country too, man, but they was saying some stuff, man, that really meant something to them, man. They was really on some old, like, man, like we really is hurting, and we feeling good too at the same time, man. We're just trying to get out, and that's the thing, man. I think that these young cats are missing, man. They don't understand that you got to give the people something in order for them to feel you. And music ain't about fashion; it's about a feeling.
Right.
Dog. If you continue to talk about shoes and clothes and cars that you ain't got and money that you ain't got to spend.
Right.
It's not going to destroy it more and more and more.
Yeah, I mean, it tends to be the norm where people like ourselves, and not just this station and you, and there's a handful of others that's that kind of believes in what we believe in as far as, this is a culture, this is a feeling. You go with this vibe first before you go with anything else, and then, everything else is secondary. The fashion, it doesn't, it doesn't have no color lines or anything like that. It's music is supposed to, make you feel a certain way. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's just like any of Bone's music, like, from the I Ain't Never Scared to the, it takes you back. You get memories and things like that or whatever that I feel like, this culture is lacking right now. And I feel like, especially when it comes to the just the, like you said, there's no A&Rs, and there's you really kind of got to do it yourself. You have no choice but to be your own boss. And it's kind of like the inmates running the asylum sometimes, Bone, because I'm over here looking, and I'm like, you got an opportunity to really kind of put an imprint on and build your legacy and do it the way where it's not glorifying a lot of other things, but being self-motivated and like you said, it's like, you want to have fun in the clubs, do that. You want to talk about just the struggles that you came out of and where you at now and where you're going. That to me, I think that means more nowadays to me than the latter. You know what I mean? And you got to look at it, Bone, too, real quick. Just the mainstream, and I'm gonna hate on the mainstream radio for a sec, because that's all you hear, bro. That's it. You don't hear nothing else but that. You don't hear the opposite of what's being talked about now.
Right. I mean, I'm telling you, man, the whole thing about it, though, at the end of the day, brother, I tell every rapper that I come across, and the things they do and the things they say, and I say, man, realistically, at the end of the day, though, man, I mean, really, what is that? Like if you go into a record and a song or whatever you're trying to do, and you just rapping about whatever somebody else talking about, that ain't your life. You talking about somebody else's life. So that means right there you're already losing, because you can't really, if you're not a great storyteller, you're not going to be able to pull it off. And mostly that's what's wrong with a lot of these rappers. They're not great storytellers. They're not great at bringing the feeling to you, whether it's good or bad. I tell them, I say, man, it don't really matter whether you're talking about good or bad, as long as you bring in a feeling. Make that feeling where people can feel what you're saying, and then you're going to win. Oh, yeah, okay. Then they go right back into talking about dollars and cents or money. I say, man, that ain't going to do nothing for you, man. You can't rap about Rick Ross, what Rick Ross is doing. He's the original. You can't talk about what BoneCrusher is doing, because he's the original. You can't talk about what Snoop Dogg and Lil Wayne. Those guys are the original. They're creating their own legacy because that's them. That's who they are. That's not who you are. You're not that guy. You are somebody else. You are Joe Blow Rap Man. So be Joe Blow Rap Man, and then after a while they'll be talking about you. You can't follow nobody else's path if you're not living that path. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's kind of like me trying to be an outlaw. It's not going to happen. Outlaws got their own thing. You know what I mean? I can't be an outlaw. I can only be BoneCrusher. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think that's the problem with hip hop right now. We have too many people doing the same song over and over and over and over again, and it becomes monotonous. And through all the overdoing of the same record, now you're becoming crack. You created crackhead listeners. Crackhead listeners of this. They just go in and listen to it for 5 seconds. Oh, that sounds good. What's next? Oh, that sounds good. What's next? I couldn't tell you, man. My daughter, who listens to rap music, even my girl, who listens to the new stuff that's out now, she couldn't tell you how half these guys look. She couldn't point them out in the lineup. If they came beside her in Walmart and told her that they was that guy, she'd be like, oh, for real? Okay, all right. And then she'd go right out there and listen to the music. And that's bad, because now you've lost the connection between the fan and the artist, and now it's lost.
And you know what, Bone? That's real talk, because I have a cousin, and she's like in her in her early teens. Had a conversation with her, and she was listening to I'm gonna just say Drake, because that was one of two or whatnot. So and she was listening to Drake, and I just asked her point blank, how does listening, and bobbing her head, moving, doing what she do, and I was like, how does that song make you feel? And her response was, I don't know, but he looks good. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm like, and I'm over here sitting like, wow, really? Like, it really came to that. But you know what? I hear it a lot, because I'm around a lot of kids too, and I just hear like, did you see, instead of the listening to what a artist is really saying or paying attention, they'll sing the songs, they'll hear it, but they don't hear it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they'll go through, you know, going through the same song, but you know, hey, you know what? Did you see what he had on? Or did you see what she had on before they even start talking about the lyrics and things
song.
like that? You know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah. I mean,
the storytelling part of it is kind of lost with our kids.
They've turned the whole music industry into a fashion show. And it's not about fashion. It's about music. It's about the product. The product itself is music. Why are y'all concentrating on fashion? Fashion has nothing to do with making music. Nothing. Now, we know that, you know, I'm a rapper. I like to dress fresh. I like to look good. Nothing wrong with that. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I'm going to sit here and rap every song about fresh polo shirts. That's not going down. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Not at all. Not at all. I'm going to tell you about my day. My day was good today. Oh, tomorrow my day was bad. I'm going to talk about that. And whatever I'm feeling at the moment, the opposite word in there is feeling. What I'm feeling at the moment is what I'm talking about. Like that record You Got No Heart, it came from a feeling. I was mad that day. I was mad at the world. So I said, man, I'm going to make a record about destroying everybody. And it don't get no harder than me. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. You know what I mean? And that's what it's all about. These rappers don't have that. They don't do that. They don't go in and say, because they're scared to lose.
Right.
If you as an entertainer are scared to lose, then you're gonna fail. You got those that are scared to lose and scared to win too. You got those that are scared to lose and scared to win. If you're scared
and you got some rappers that are just following that safe place. You know, I'm scared to lose, so let me just stay right here in this pocket where I know it's you know, I'm kind of scared to go outside my lane because if I go out there, then I don't know how it's going to be accepted. You know what I mean? And to me, it I don't care. You know, let me go ahead and spit the illest shit ever because I feel it is and it's coming from my heart. Then I'm good. I'm good. I don't care if, you know, Joe Blow likes it, but you know what? Bottom line is it came from the gut, and you can't do nothing but respect it. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it's supposed to be, though. I mean, in a perfect world, but we don't live in a perfect world.
That's true, brother.
You know, that's real. That's real.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna ask you. This don't get no harder that we gonna run right here. Like, you know, give us. I mean, you kind of broke it down. You was feeling a certain way, and this came out. I mean, is this a catalyst to some of the other projects that you're working on as far as an album, mixtape? What you got?
You know, I got the album. It's called Unstoppable. It's on IMG Universal Planet Crusher Music. You know what I'm saying? We're working hard on that record. You know what I'm saying? I'm working with World Star Hip Hop right now. They're managing me right now, and I been working with them, man. And the thing is that the whole album consists of my feelings of what I feel about what I'm doing every day in my life and the things I go through to be a man and things I go through to be a fuck up too. And all the things that go along with that, you know what I mean? And that's what it's all about. Yeah, I talk about the things that, you know, I talk about money on there, but I don't talk about money in the sense of blowing money. I'm talking about money in the sense of stacking money. And then that's what it's about for me. And I talk about my lifestyle and the way I live and my family and friends and how I don't give a fuck about the world and I want to fuck everything up. And then at the end of the day, I want to make everything happy. I just go through a whole bunch of transitions on the whole album, and people are going to be very shocked at the way I really put it together. You know what I mean? A lot of people hear the album and say it's a classic record. So, you know, I got a lot of production on there from Jinx. Jinx did a couple records on there. M80 did a record on there. Kill Will, L Rock, and who are the Chronicle? My band is on there. I got my group Vietnam on there. They my boy Doc Frankie's on there. He's part of one of my coalition of rappers the hungry rappers that I'm talking about. The hunger. That's what I look for. The hunger. And they have that in, you know, Vietnam and Doc have that in their spirit and in the way they feel about life and the things they go through and that's what it's all about, man. And that's basically what the whole record is about. The whole album is about. It's about me being me and overcoming everything that I got to go through in life to be who I am every day. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is. I got a lot of things going on with myself, and, you know, I got to get my knee fixed and all kind of shit, man. I don't fucking fuck my knee up coming off a stage in Germany. You know, anybody saw me hip-hop artist, they be like, man, Bone leg messed up. Yeah, it is, nigga. I fucked my knee up. I was, but the thing was that I did it in a way. I did it because that's what I felt on stage. I wanted to give everything that I had to the fans. I jumped off the stage and fucked my knee up, and I kept the show still going. Made the fans go crazy. They were like, "Man, this nigga still performing." Yeah. Because I love this music shit, man. I think it's the best thing going. So I'm gonna do it to the end. You know what I mean? It's like a bad bitch.
One thing I always respected about you before we had a chance to even link up and conversate, being a fan first, was, everything you pretty much put down, I felt how you was feeling, like, and I really, like you say it, like, I was feeling like this on this day, so that's why this came out. And you know what, your emotions could be read on each joint that you do put out, bro. Like, it's obvious, you know what I mean? It's not just like something that you just, it's a script, so let me go ahead and be an actor, you know what I'm saying? This is really what you put down, how you put down, and how you feel. You know what I mean? And that's what made me be a fan of BoneCrusher. You know what I mean? That's just real.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for that, brother. Thank you.
Man, come on, man. That's real recognized real, baby. That's what we do. So we going to run. Don't get no harder right here. And we going to come back. And because, I got a lot of people not just on the line right now that want to say what's happening to you, but also, a lot of people want to, they want to know where they can go get this single. Is it going to be on iTunes? So don't tell them yet. Let's run this track right radio. Your man Brand is in the building. And hold on, I think I got my man. Let me see if I go ahead and put him on. Hey, Bone, ill joint.
Yep.
I'm telling you, that's what I mean when I say, like, your emotions is out there, rough, rugged, and raw for these people to be able to grasp. You know what I mean? So, salute on that joint, man. That's hot.
I appreciate it, my nigga. I tell you something, man. What I wanted to do is give people the hunger that they felt from me from the beginning, as far as me being me, man. A lot of times, man, I got caught up in my own artistry sometimes, and I kind of I strayed away from what made me as an artist and made me as a man, and I started talking about things that were irrelevant to what I was really living. I live pretty good. But, for me, it's about the music and the essence of it. I got to bring the raw and the ready and the energy and the destruction and mayhem to the people, so they can understand that this life that we're living it's not promised, and it's real, and it ain't no game. You know what I mean? And that's the thing I try to tell. I tell my artists, I say, it ain't no game, man. We might end up going in there, we might be wrestling and going crazy, punching each other, slap boxing. Then we get on the microphone and express the feelings that we go through, you know what I mean? And then that's what it's all about, man, you know what I mean?
Word.
My crew, that's how my crew roll, man. You might catch us, man, doing some crazy stuff, man. We might be outside the hotel, man, just wrestling and slapping each other. They be like, man, these fools is crazy. But that's how we run, man. You know what I mean? That's Planet Crusher, that's Vietnam, that's Doc Frank, and that's how we do it.
And that to me, I just feel like stuff like this and the movement that you got going on. I know y'all loving what y'all do, and I feel you. That's passion. That's 100%. You do it for free. It's just all that love that's being generated, from this culture that we got going on, need to be brought to a higher plateau. Not just being on Outlaw Culture Radio and just being able to spread that a little bit wider. So I love World Star and your team. That's heavy, but I'm talking about all you new listeners and all you people out there that's really supporting real hip hop. Y'all need to take y'all asses out there and just really go do it, and not just talk about it. Well, yeah, I'm gonna go do it, and then don't express that love, because you know how it is now, Bone. Compared to how it was really moving with the labels in the 80s and 90s. You know what I'm saying? And now it's kind of like you got to be on your self-grind, you know what I'm saying? And then you got to hold your fans accountable. If you really fans, you know what I'm saying, be fans and be family at the same time. You know what I'm saying? That's how it really runs now.
That's real talk, man. And the thing about it is that, like you said, the magic words, man, fans. I do my music for my fans, and I tell my artists that too, man. Don't try to be the biggest rapper. Try to find your fans that like what you do, man, and make that something big. Exploit that to the position where you can make money off of that to provide for your family. People have no problem paying for a quality product, and your fans don't have no problem paying for it. I talk to Tech Nine, man. His people tell me, man, listen, Bone, our fans love our music, and it's evident. You know what I mean? And it doesn't matter that the fan that likes Rick Ross likes Tech Nine. It doesn't matter. Tech Nine's fans love him. Actually, his fans are realer They Rick Ross's fans.
Amen to that, bro. Fucking men to that. You know what I mean? That's real.
His fans real because his fans not gonna leave him if he decide to make a record that don't sound like what they used to hear. It's hard. Now I've been at the #1 spot. You know, my album debuted #1. You know, I had #1 album, #1 videos on MTV and VA and 106 and Park and all that other shit. But those fans, I love those fans because everything has its place. But the core fans, my core fans are 500,000 people. Maybe even 700,000. You know, I sold 1 million records, but my fans are 500,000 to 700,000 people that I love dearly because they love me back for what they love about me. They love the fact that I'm crazy and real and don't give a shit. They like that. They love that. You know what I mean? They don't care about no goddamn. They don't care about no Lamborghini. They don't care about no big house. All they care about is the feeling of the music. You know, when they come home from work, man, and they even stressed out, they want to listen to some craziness to get it off their back. You know what I mean? When they go to the club and they don't work all week and did all the things they don't want to do with their boss, they want to get a little stress off. They throw a little Crusher on. They say, God damn, Crusher. That's what
that Crusher on, it is ill. You know what I mean? Like, no doubt. No doubt.
That's what they want to hear. They don't want to hear nothing else. So, and I salute my fans every day. You know, if you don't like hardcore, crunk, crazy, tear the club up, a feeling that you never felt for music, please don't buy my music because it ain't for you. You know, if you want to listen to happiness and joy and throwing money in the club, something that we all know is ridiculous, and nowadays in a recession, don't buy my music because you're not going to like it. You know what I mean? And you know, but for those that do like it, please, for those that do understand what a feeling is, you know what I mean? A feeling is everything, like a hug for your grandmama, an ass kicking for your homeboy up the street. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you want a feeling, buy my record because my record is all about the feeling. It isn't about no goddamn, you know, I don't know nothing about being fake. That's just something I just can't do. I just can't do it. You know what I mean? So if you want some real shit, you want to buy something that's going to make you go crazy, something that's going to make you feel like passion, make you feel what it's all about. What I created, what my crew creates is nostalgia music.
Right.
Which means that when that record's gone, you still love it. You still got to have it. You know what I mean? I want to make the records like Franklin Beverly and Mays.
Hey, there you go.
Like NWA. I want to make those Ice Cube albums. I want to make those kind of records. Those records that when they still play them in the club, they sound just as good or better than the record that's out right now.
Amen. You know? Amen to that, bro. Like, hey, that's that good fine wine. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it is. That's what it is. Now, Crush, this don't get no harder track. Like, I know you literally like got it out there for people to grab and go get. You know what I'm saying? If they go to Planet Crusher right now on the Twitter joint, like, are you gonna put that out there on iTunes for sale though? Like, you know, because I'm trying to get it. I got it, but I want to go get it. You know what I'm saying? It's different. It's a difference between you downloading it for free and going to go buy it and go. It just sounds different when you go buy it to me. Now, I'm just speaking as a fan first, Crush. Like, you put that thing on sale, throw it on iTunes, baby, I got it. And I'm going to go spin that thing like I just put it out there, brand new. I'm going to crack that baby open. So what's up?
Hey, man, you know, right now, we just serviced the record, and I think it will be on iTunes in the next couple of days. And you can also look for it on World Star. Once again, World Star Hip Hop is managing me right now, and shouts out there.
Salute to WorldStarHipHop.com. They definitely not just support you, but they support what I'm doing as far as trying to bring this real media radio back to the essence. You know what I mean? So I definitely support them as well as them supporting me. You know what I mean?
Real talk. So
that's
look out for that. Also look out for the mixtape. I got 2 mixtapes coming out, 3 of them actually. I got my mixtape, which I don't have a name of it yet, but I got a bunch of songs I'm putting on there right now. Look out for the Vietnam mixtape. You know what I mean? That's about to come out. That's NAM, N-A-M. You know what I mean? Look out for that. It's Bones over there, the crew, my little crazy crew of niggas. And look out for the Who is Doc Frank mixtape that's coming out. And just look out for all the projects we got going on here over at Planet Crusher Music, man. And you know, it's going down real big.
That's what I like to hear, you know what I'm saying? So definitely what I need y'all to do is go follow this guy right here on Planet Crusher. He's real active on Twitter, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Twitter.com/Planet Crusher, just like it sounds, you know what I mean? Just go ahead and check this man in action. Follow him. He'll follow you back, you know what I mean? You know, just as long as you're about yours, he good with it. So, you know, that's what it is. Definitely what it is.
Yep.
I'm gonna take some calls. Anybody got something y'all want to say to Crush before we let this man go? Call in, not now, right now. 347-215-8653. Press 1 and go. And we're gonna go ahead and hit up the big homie E Notes from the 845. What's happening, Notes?
Yo, what up, Brand?
What's up with it?
What's up, sir?
Yo, what's happening, brother?
What's going down? Yo, I gotta say though, in the past couple of minutes listening to the radio, I never really had a feel for like what type of artist or what your insight was though. But in the last 10 minutes, definitely some real shit right off gate. So you said bring that feel that Cube bring to the table, and the feeling. It's all about the feeling. The MCs with the feeling got it on lock, because there's no mistaking the feeling. You know what I mean?
Very true, brother. Very true.
That's on some real shit. And I love the fact that you reached out to Branded or whatever, reaching out to you, and you know what I mean, just definitely adding on to his legacy that he's been working on, because he's drawn people like me and several others on the panel, you know what I mean, that really feel deeply about the culture of hip-hop music and the state of the music game right now. So, you know what I mean, it's definitely a blessing. So thank you for sticking around, you know what I mean, and definitely put out more music. Brain, keep spinning his joints, and keep us posted, keep the world posted, you know what I mean?
No doubt. It's one thing I can say about you, Crush, is like, you know what I'm saying, just interactions, you know, over the last couple of months or whatnot. Like, you know, it's easy. Like, you know, you one of the most approachable dudes, not just, you know, via Twitter, but, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, I see your grind, and I really appreciate the fact that you are accessible for your fans, because, you know, that, I mean, to me, it's kind of like, you know, it makes it personal. It makes, you know, it's a little bit more than just, you know, the fan, you know what I mean, the fan and the artist or whatever it is. It's just like, I feel like, you know, this nigga Crush right here, that's my colleague, you know what I mean? Like, I'm in it to win it with this guy, you know what I mean? So when you drop your shit, you know, it's just like me dropping my shit, you know what I mean? It's like I'm feeling it like you feeling it, and I want people to go rush to the iTunes and to the spots to go cop that, you know what I mean? That's how I feel when I deal with you, Crush. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it. I feel the same way about y'all stuff, for real.
That's real. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Let's take this, let's take this call from Princess, baby girl in the building, 813 repping out there. What's happening, sweetie?
What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? O for L. What's up?
What's happening?
Not much. Do you think this track, this new one, right? This new track will ever be like in the video games, like I Ain't Never Scared was?
Yeah, it will be.
Hey!
Hey!
You know what game it's going to be on so I can cop it?
I don't know yet. We got that far.
Hey,
you know what? Hey, you know what, Crush? You will, you know that, you know, when I talk about legacies, man, like, you know, everybody, you know, it's the I Ain't Never Scared to the video games, to the video itself, to the music, and the way that it makes a motherfucker feel at the end of the day, like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, how does that feel in general? Because I don't think I asked you this the last time we rapped, though, but, I mean, you know, knowing that you got tracks, not just the one, but multiple, that people will always remember to the, you know, they can play this shit, Crush, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 years from now, and it still give a motherfucker an amped up, turned up feeling, baby. How does that feel?
I mean, that feels good, man. You know, I think that's a wonderful feeling. And the thing is, I didn't even do it for that, you know. And I just did it because that's what I was feeling, man. I was really messed up when I did Never Scared, man. I was hurting, really. I was hurting bad, man. My family didn't have nothing to eat. I was going through it, man. You know, and that's the thing, you know. I actually sat on my porch, man, and was going to either go rob some niggas or go do that song. And the dude called me, man. That's God, man. A dude called me, my nigga Avery that did the track for Never Scared. He called me and said, Bone, I got a song, man, I want you to come fuck with. I said, okay, cool. I'll do that. So I walked over there, man. He had that track, man, and that track made me do that hook like that. It made me feel that way. It made me feel like nothing was unattainable. Nothing was going to stop me. You know what I mean? And I went through that whole, that. And people don't know that Tension album. I did that in 2 weeks. That whole album.
Is that right? In 2 weeks?
Yeah, I did the whole album in 2 weeks. Yeah.
Solid.
Yeah, I did the whole album, and it sold a million records. So this album is going to take me about 7 years almost. I've been working on it for a minute.
Hey, but you know what? In 2 weeks, 7 years, I don't give a damn. As long as you come with that energy, baby, I'm good. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? But don't get no harder. Yeah, I'm going to spend that a lot because that's that ill vibe, though. But I ain't never scared, and you know what I'm saying, so many others, bruh, like, throughout your music career, like, I hands down, like, especially a dude that embraces hip-hop. It doesn't matter what coast you from or where you at. I give a damn about that. I just love good music with good energy, you know what I mean? And you've given that to us and then some, you know what I'm saying? So, and I don't get a chance to say, well, I get a chance now, but I'm talking about back then. I never had the opportunity to say thank you for that. But thank you, bruh. Like, especially knowing your backdrop now to that as far as, how that came about and, the fact that, that you probably got some ill memories just, off of what you were just talking about. But thank you, man, for even putting that shit down there for us fans. You know what I mean? Like, I appreciate it.
Oh, I appreciate it, too, man. I appreciate it, man.
Good look. Let me take this one from the 917 out there on the East Coast. CD, Luther King in the building. What's rocking, baby?
Hell no.
What's up with it?
Yo, I had to call like 3 times. I ain't gonna lie, because every time I kept calling, I kept getting a signal fail. I'm like, well, I know I didn't pay my phone bill. They threatened to cut it off. But, at least
pay your bill, baby. Pay your bill.
Let niggas make it through the weekend. You know what I mean? I've been a subscriber for years and years. You know what I mean? Let nigga make it through the weekend at least. Shit. You know what I mean? But back to BoneCrusher. BoneCrusher, he's definitely, a legend in the NYC area. Everybody remember him, really. Like people around my era, at least. Not the ones coming up. The ones coming up, they don't remember nobody unless their mama or their teacher taught them in a weird way. Like they would know Michael Jackson, but they wouldn't know Tupac. But now it's like, damn, that's crazy. So, but my memories of BoneCrusher with the Never Scared was very real. Like it was like an inspirational song that gave me the wind power to, keep motivating myself and keep doing what I gotta do. So, I thank him for making a record like that. And, I could tell that he was going through hard times, and he did, because I felt that it was coming from, like, his soul and his spirit and his vibes. It was coming from every part of the organs of his body. He was just, putting his whole everything to it and then some. And it just felt so, like, it felt so real. I mean, it felt live. Like, like you don't even need a loudspeaker to play his song because his voice carries.
Oh,
no doubt. CD, you saying all this to Crush right now, right? You know this, right?
Oh, word. Oh, what up, Crush? What up?
What up, shit?
Oh, shit, that's what's up, yo. I ain't gonna lie to you, Crush. Like, I'll be taking the train station. I'll be taking the train in New York and shit. And there was this dude, I just had to let you know, like, there was this dude, like, he kind of looked like you in a weird way. And, I thought it was you and shit. So, I was like, yo, you not BoneCrusher, right? He's like, nah. So I was like, oh, he was like, who's that? Like, he didn't know or nothing. And I was like, telling him who it was and everything, because the kid kind of looked like, he looked like you, but he was like a young kid, but he was like, looked like you. So I was like, oh, dude, like, I thought it was kind of you in a weird way.
And Crush, I mean, you didn't heard all this, so, that's solid. It's one thing that, You know, well, CD, you can kind of like, you know, either speak on it too, but it's, I mean, we get this a lot. I mean, you know, Crush, and I know you mean, you know, you got multiple thousands and thousands and hundred thousands of fans and people that's really down for music. And my thing is, and CD and everybody else that's listening right now, because, you know, we turned up by at least, you know, like damn near Crush fan base of 700,000 wow is literally on right now, like turned up. And that's the thing that I always want to make sure that y'all gotta stay turned up, especially nowadays. Like when you have somebody like Crush come on and speaking the real shit, putting out this real shit, don't get no harder, it's some real ill shit. Like, you got to stay on the grind for this dude. Like, you know, and I'm talking to you fans out there for the simple fact that, you know, I don't want you to come on and then disappear. I want y'all to, when y'all come on, stay on and stay rocking this dude's movement and don't let it die because, you know what I'm saying, he needs us like we need him, you know what I mean? So, you know, I'm not talking to Crush like you and third party dude, but I just got to make sure I had that outlaw service announcement for you fans out there just to let y'all know what it is, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but BoneCrusher, you all remember in the NYC area. I just want to let you know that, you know what I mean?
Appreciate it, man.
You know what I mean? You're a legend up in here, you know, and then some, you know.
Thank you, brother.
And I hope you keep coming out with more hits and hits, you know, because, you know, you're official, for real.
Appreciate it, brother.
No doubt. CD, stay right there. Don't go nowhere. Let me take a couple of more quick calls before we let this man go. Let me take this one from the 443. 443, you in the house tonight, Outlaw Culture Radio. What's happening? 443 is quiet. 443. Either put take your phone off mute or something like that. All right, we'll leave the light on for you. Let me take let me take Gav out there in that good LB. Gav, what's happening? You on the line with BoneCrusher on Outlaw Culture Radio. What's happening, bruh?
Hey, what it do, Brian? What's up, BoneCrusher, my niggas?
What's up, brother?
Hey, man, I ain't never scared, man. I had everybody in Long Beach turned up. From the original to the remix, my nigga.
Appreciate it, man.
And I had checked you out in that movie, what's that shit called, what's the Motives too? Man, you did your damn thing in that.
Oh, yeah. Are we going to do this? Yeah. It was me and Biblical Fox on that one, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you gonna be doing some more flicks? You got something on deck for more flicks?
Yeah. I got two movies coming out. One's called Super Zero that's coming out. Kind of reminds you of you ever see Meteor Man with Robert Townsend?
Mhm.
It's like a white version of Meteor Man, but it's funny as hell. And
is that right? Okay.
I got one called Minor League. It's like football meets American Pie. It's a pretty funny movie too. I've been doing a lot of comedies lately, man. I kind of enjoy them. They're kind of funny. You know, people may not know this, but I'm a funny dude, man. You know, I enjoy myself all the time.
Hey, come on, man. I know you probably like full of like practical jokes and shit like that or whatever, huh? I'm pretty sure you be.
Oh yeah, we have a little.
I believe it.
How's that going on?
I believe it. I let me tell you, you know what? That just seemed like that's just part of your whole persona, bro. Like that's why I can't wait to kick it with your ass, man. Because I'm serious. Like you know that's gonna be some real ill shit. Because you give it, I'll give it back, baby. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'll give it when you least expect it. That's what it is. That's what's happening. Hey, let me take one more. Well, I see a lot of y'all on there, but I'm gonna take one more, and I'm gonna say with Rajizi, I'm gonna put you on because I know you probably got something to say to Mr. BoneCrusher before we let the homie go. So go ahead, man. It's all you. Rajiz, where you at? I hear you.
Okay. Hey, what's up, Crusher?
What's happening? What's happening?
As far as music goes, do you think we could actually, if people actually unite, you could create a new lane? I'm not talking about taking out as far as the majors. You think it's actually possible for people to actually create a new lane for independent artists?
Yeah, man. You know, At one point, you know, I was independent, you know, in the beginning, you know, and a lot of people don't understand that, like, the reason why Atlanta is so big and the reason why Atlanta is the music mecca now is because of a never say die spirit, and the fact that we all kind of came together. Me, Tip was young at the time, Lil Jon, Killer Mike, David Banner, the Yin Yang Twins, even Ludacris. A lot of this stuff that you hear now is the reason behind a small group of people that got together and decided that we were going to take over. And I tell people in other regions, whether it's the Midwest, West Coast, even down south, as far as, you know, I do a lot of shows in the Midwest, whether it's Chicago, Kansas City, or Kentucky, or any of those areas. And I get the same kind of question. Do I think that independence can take over? Yes, I do, because we did it, and you can do it too. But you got to get a lot of people. It's a thing about a movement. A movement is a whole bunch of people moving in one direction that's unstoppable. Mm-hmm. And then that's something that you have to do. You have to really, honestly, and truly believe it, though. You can't say to yourself, we're going to do it, and then, you know, get halfway through it and decide you're going to retreat. The thing is that we never gave up. We always knew that Atlanta was the shit. And we always would say it, Atlanta the shit. Anybody would come from anywhere else and try to say it ain't, we'd be like, man, fuck, you need to get the fuck out. That's just the way we did it, you know what I mean?
Right.
And that's something that you could do, too, if you get a whole bunch of homeboys that are really, really talented. That's the first thing you got to have, though, is some talent. These people I'm talking about have sold millions of records because they were talented first. Then we all got together. It's like getting a whole bunch of super friends, or you can get the whole little, you can get Avengers or something, like an Avenger movie together. You got all the dopest niggas. You put them all on one situation, and they all moving in one direction. You cannot stop that. And we all were coming from a feeling of being broke and hungry and just wanted to have it, man. And it wasn't about making money. It was just about making a point. You see what I'm saying? Right. We were making a point. We weren't even thinking about making no bread. The bread came. We were like, oh, man, they trying to give us millions of dollars for this shit? We were just trying to make a point. Like, we were the shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, and that's what it's all about, man. It's like a great football team, man. It all worked on all cylinders. And that's you could definitely do it, man. You just got to get some people with you, man, that's really truthfully, first of all, talented and really love music and not doing it just to get bread. And secondly, truly and honestly in your heart and in your mind, believe that you're going to win. If you like that, man, you can't. Ain't nobody going to stop you, man. I remember Kanye, man. When he first started, man, he was trying to give away beats and rapping. I was like, man, he rapping? He can do beats, you know? He isn't rapping. And listen, before you know it, now he the biggest thing out because he believed it. In his heart of hearts, he knew that he was the shit. And if you believe it, we are sonically connected. People don't understand that. We are all connected sonically, solely through the universe. And if I say that I believe it, and you look at me and you say, "Yeah, that nigga right there really believe he crazy. That nigga really believe he's the shit. That nigga really, man.
And goddamn it, he must be crazy."
Yeah, you must be crazy. You must be the shit. This nigga really must be the shit. He really believe it, so he really must be it. You know what I mean? Because I remember when Tip, man, first started calling himself the king of the South. Niggas was laughing at him like, nigga, shit, the king of the South? Nigga, you tripping. You done lost your mind. I was like, man, that little nigga, Tip always got a chip on his shoulder ever since I've known him. He's always been driven. He's a driven nigga, man. And when he say he gonna do something, he gonna do it because he really believe it. And now they call him the king of the South. You see what I'm saying? It ain't been that many years, man. It ain't been that many years. That's what it's all about, man. You gotta believe it to achieve it, man.
That's right. And then make sure, like you said, just make sure you grab your team and see that, especially nowadays, just the team that stays loyal and down and now do it just for the love you know, that's hard to come by. So when you get it, just make sure you embrace it and build something. I mean, you know, we always talk about building legacies right here. To me, it's like, especially when you do music or you paint pictures or you act or whatever, you building yourself. You building a legacy. You putting resumes out there for the world to be able to see. So you might as well just let them know, like, you know, hey, you know what? When I'm gone, people gonna remember me for what I've done. You know what I mean? And that's how music, that's how everything that people do should be able to be built like that. You build towards something. You know what I mean? That's the foundation of it. And before we let you go, I gotta make sure that I tell people once again that if y'all want to go ahead and get the real shit, make sure you go ahead and follow my man Crush on Planet Crusher on the Twitter. Join twitter.com/Planet Crusher. Also, if you want to go ahead and take a look at the man on WorldStar, just go to worldstaragency.com/Roster/BoneCrusher, just so you can be able to get that 411 and stuff like that too. And you know, somebody just asked me, Crush, about a website being put out there. Is one going to be done for you soon, or what's happening with that?
We're working right now, man. Getting everything together. About to shoot the video and everything too for the single. So. Everything's gonna be in play. The video's getting shot in August, so we're working on that right now. Everything is in motion right now for all the fans who are looking for something. I'll be in Kansas City next week on the 17th. I'll be in Missouri on the 16th. So, no, I'm wrong. Is that right? 15th and 16th, 17th. Yeah, 15th, 17th. That's right. Yeah, I'll see all the fans out there, man. We're going to have some fun, man. We're going to tear the club up. We're going to get drunk. We're going to sweat a little bit. The walls will be leaking. And that will be a lot of fun. A lot of fun, man. A lot of fun.
That's what's happening. And if there's people out there that want to go ahead and try to book Crush, how they go about trying to reach out to you, what emails that you could be able to give out for, you know, either clubs or, you know, little venues that want to actually lock you down with a gig. Where can they hit you?
You can call Tashia over at WorldStar. I don't gotta get her number. Hold on a second. I don't know if she's gonna get a number like that already.
Actually, you know what? I got you. Yeah, just make sure you hit up you know, Tashia at worldstarhiphop.com on the emails as well, and also WorldStar 2011 WorldStar 2011 on the Twitter joint as well, as far as, you know, bookings and all kinds of stuff like that too. And you know, of course, shows brought to you by worldstarhiphop.com. Go support that. You know what I mean? Go look on there. You're gonna see Crush's video soon. You're gonna see, you know, a lot of different things on there, man. But I appreciate you not just rocking with me a second time, man, kicking it, but, you know, we definitely got to make sure, especially when the video's done or whatever, man, you need to come back and tear this motherfucker down again, because your fan base is super ill. Hella Crush heads, supporters, people out there that's fucking with you heavy. So I definitely, man, you got to come back.
I will, man. Whatever you need, let me know. I'll be back.
All right, for sure. All I got to do is hit you on Twitter, and I'm going to actually tweet you my math, too, so you can be able to lock that down. So, you know, like I said, man, we ain't one and done here, man. We'll continue to spin, promote, push, link people up with your Twitter and all kinds of other different social networking things. And, you know, like I said, I believe in your music and the music that you gave us, so it's only right that, you know, with the little media power that I do have, man, I'm going extra large, baby. That's what we do.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, definitely. 100,000%. I appreciate you, brother.
Hey, it's all love, man. Definitely appreciate you.
Nexxlegacy.